Hey, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well this, I was about to say morning, but this night, because this is the Friday night video. But when I'm filming this, it's actually really early morning on this Friday. And why am I out about before 6 a.m. in the morning, you might wonder. Well, it's that day today, right? Well, not only Black Friday, I couldn't care less really, but I do care about records, so that's why I'm out, because it's Record Store Day, Black Friday. So yeah, I'm on my way to the one participating store here in Reading for Record Store Day, and that is Pop Classics in Caversham. So I'm gonna go over there now, and it's really dark and cold this morning, so I need that extra energy, and I know exactly who can give me that extra energy on this, well, when you watch it, the Friday night. And that is, of course, Danny from the Kids from Fame. So take it away.
Friday night's gonna be alright, it's gonna be right, it's gonna be alright now, baby. Friday night.
So the stage was smack bang in the middle of the arena.
I'm back home from this Black Friday shopping spree. Or let me actually rephrase that. It's the Record Store Day Black Friday shopping spree. I couldn't care less about any of the other Black Friday deals out there. But Record Store Day, I will always go out, queue up, talk to like-minded people, talk music and what they are expecting from that particular Record Store Day. I think that is what it's all about, really. That's the excitement for me, because if you watched the Record Store Day release list episode, or whatever we're going to call it, that me and Jen from Jen's Addiction did not long ago, we were talking about some of the releases for this Record Store Day that we were excited for. There wasn't that many, but hey, it's a smaller one. It's not the big Record Store Day we're talking about here, so there's bound to be fewer titles really in circulation on this Record Store Day. So I wasn't expecting too much, but there was one record that I was really after on this one. That was the highest one on my wish list, if you want. So did I get it? Well, I got it all here in my bag, so let's check it out. So the first record is this one. Yeah, I have to support my fellow Swedes here. Icona Pop featuring Charlie XCX. And the track, I Love It. And I certainly love this track. When it first came out, was it 2012 or something like that? I remember listening to this one quite a lot, and like I said, I love it. But Charlie XCX at the time, I can't remember even reflecting that there was some person involved in this called Charlie XCX, but apparently there is, yes. But she was new, up and coming at the time, so even if I heard the name, I probably forgot it as soon as I heard it. But a legendary single from Icona Pop and featuring Charlie XCX. I love it. And it does say here on the hype sticker that it's the original track and remixes by Tiesto, Cobra Starship, and many more. Yeah, and it's a glow-in-the-dark vinyl as well. So a bit later on, I will show you how this one holds up when it comes to glowing in the dark. Well, why wait? Here it is, and as you can see, yes, it glows in the dark, just as they stated on the hype sticker. And it looks absolutely fantastic. In a PVC sleeve, as most especially picture disc comes in these days, I urge you all to put the record in a different sleeve. You might keep this one somewhere else, but it does it can cause some harm to your records. Hard time finding the words here. Yeah. So I don't recommend you keeping them in your PVC sleeve. So I will also change mine as soon as I unpack this. The other one that I picked up was yet another 12-inch single, and it's this one. Yeah, it is Devo, and as you can see, Marry Something to You. This is a track I believe they released in 2009, could be 2010, and to my knowledge only been released digital through their website at the time. And it's a really funny, quirky song, an alternative Christmas song if you want, or Marry Something to You. It's got some really funny lyrics, quirky tune, all in line with what Devo does. And Mark, the singer from Devo, is also responsible for the drawings here on this particular picture disc, and there we got a green representation of it as well. But the original track was really short. I don't think it even hit 2 minutes really, so I was a bit concerned going into this one, because online I couldn't read much about what the track listing was, how long the different tracks were. So when I picked this up, I saw that there is Marry Something to You, probably the original track on the A side, along with an instrumental as well. But the B side does have the easy listening with Neutro, kind of a remix, I would think, and Marry Something to You reversed. I haven't listened to any of these yet because I just came home, but I do assume that we're gonna listen to the song backwards or something like that. Yeah, but I just have to. I mean, if I'm gonna get one Christmas record for my record collection, this is probably the one. It is a fantastic, short little tune from Devo. Yeah. And the third and last one I picked up when it comes to Record Store Day releases is the one that was on the top of my list, looking at me and Jen's video that I did, that I mentioned earlier. And that is, of course, Nico live at the Reims Cathedral in 1974. Yeah, on a colored vinyl. It's a magenta, transparent colored vinyl, it says here. And my story with this one is it goes way back, many years, when it started circulating, probably as a bootleg in a digital form at least, online, and I downloaded those tracks. And it's not a very good recording. It's a bootleg recording, right? So Nico performed at the Reims Cathedral, like we say, in 1974, in December 13th in 1974, along with Tangerine Dream as well. So I think she was, I wouldn't say the warm-up act, but it was a double bill really with Nico and Tangerine Dream. And I've been listening to both of those. The Tangerine Dream one is absolutely brilliant, and I do believe that they released that one as an official bootleg a couple of years ago as well. But the Nico one always struck me because her, with her haunting yet beautiful voice behind her organ, sings all of these classic ones like Janitor of Lunacy, of course, The End. She does a rendition of that, very famous for doing that live, and The Falconeer as well. I love all of these tracks on this one, and apparently what they did with this one is to use AI, and I'm always a bit skeptical when they say the use of AI, but they enhanced it, so this really crappy recording should sound a bit better on this one, but I don't know. But I just had to get it because even if it's a crappy recording, I fell in love with it back in the day. So yeah, now I own it on a vinyl copy. So yeah, this is a 1 LP release with all of the tracks. Yeah. Remastered apparently. So I think with all of these records I can go back perhaps next Friday just to tell you something short around how I perceive them, how they came off, like, you know, the Diva one, is it any good remixes or versions of it, and of course the Icona Pop one as well. I'm really curious about that, and certainly Nico. How does it stand up against my old crappy bootleg recording? I will tell you all about it next Friday. Let's determine that. I'm going to do that. But I also picked up a couple of other records while I was in Pop Classics. They are a very well-stocked store. They have a lot of used vinyl, but also some new vinyls. But I went for the used sections because I was on the hunt. I'm always on the hunt for some 80s pop and new wave and things like that. And disco, of course, I always look in the disco section, and I found this one. Yeah. Never seen this one before. Voice of Space, and it does say down here 40 minutes hot new space disco. And I don't care what tracks are on this one, really. If it says space disco, it has to be something good, right? Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, I'm always keen to pick up something I've never seen before, if it relates to disco, new wave, pop, whatever, as long as it sounds interesting or looks interesting. This one doesn't have a particularly good cover, really, but yeah, it sounds really enticing. Space disco. Yeah, I love some good space disco. And this one apparently was released in 1982. Yes, we here in Europe was sticking with our disco, and it was evolving as well, because over in Italy they already had the Italo disco going, and it was starting to transform from that normal disco sound that we were used to hear back in the late 70s into something completely different, but still with that disco essence to it. And that is also what space disco really becomes. So yeah, really looking forward to listen to that one. Love that. And more disco. Yeah, this. I never heard of this one. This is Christina from 1978, Disco Clone. I bought this solely because of the title and the cover. It's absolutely stunning. I assume this is Christina. Glamorous, a bit raunchy perhaps, sexy. But it's called Disco Clone. You can't go wrong with a track like that, right? Yeah, no. So you do got the Disco Clone disco mix on the A side, and we do get the Disco Clone. I assume it's just the normal Disco Clone radio edit or the normal version, and then we do get an instrumental. Always an instrumental on early 80s records or late 70s ones, if we ever got a 12-inch single of them. And I do have this one, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to listen to this one. I just had to pick it up, never heard of it, but like the other one, has to be good, right? And the other one that I found is something that I used to have back in the... Was it the early 90s this one came out? 91! Yeah, it was 91, yeah. This is The Art of Noise, and as you can see, this is the remixes, or can you actually see it? It does say up here, double vinyl set, cut extra loud at 45 RPM for extra noise. Yeah, no, so this is... once Art of Noise left Sanctum Tumb, the record label, and started releasing on China Records, they did music that was not that highly experimental as they did on Sanctum Tum Records. They started doing more hit records, really, with tracks like Dragnet and what else did they have? Or eventually they had to do a duet with Tom Jones, Kiss, of course, the Prince cover. But they also had Paranomia, of course, with Max Headroom and all of that. So they're starting to evolve from what they once was on the Sanctum Tum label. So this is the new era of Art of Noise, and it's all different remixes here, as you can see, from Graham Massey from 808 State, of course. The Prodigy has remixed the track here, Carl Cox, Rhythmatic, Sweet Exorcist as well. What does it say? The Ground. I don't recognize that name at all, unfortunately. But LFO, of course, great stuff. Robert Gordon, Youth, and Mark Bryden as well. And I remember this one from back in the day. I had a couple of tracks on a cassette back in the day, and I probably copied it from someone, but I never owned this one. So this is a very welcome addition to my record collection and my Art of Noise collection. Yeah, so it comes in a beautiful gatefold like this, some illustrations, credits, and overall beautiful. Yeah, and here we got the track listing. So yeah, a double record set, and as I said, cut extra loud at 45 RPM for extra noise. Yeah, really, really nice. I have a lot to look forward to this weekend to listen to. And the last one I picked up was George Harrison. Yeah, I don't have much George Harrison in my record collection, but this one is an album called Somewhere in England that I've been listening to quite a lot on streaming services for the last 6 months probably. And they just recently reissued this one as well. So I was on the cusp of actually buying that one, but then I saw this one at Pop Classics. It's an original UK press, I assume. Yeah, it looks like it. So I was like, yeah, I might as well get this. It's 10 quid compared to 40, 45. I don't know how much the repress goes for. And I'm sure this one sounds as good, if not better. Who knows? But yeah, anyhow, I can add this to my collection. There are some really, really great tracks on this one. Love it. Somewhere in England, George Harrison. So it's my second George Harrison album in my record collection. And that is what I picked up on this Black Friday record store day. But when I came home, just a couple of hours after I came home, just shortly before recording this, a mail was dropped in my letterbox. And lo and behold, it was the new remixed Sonia. Yeah, if you're not familiar with Sonia, she was part of the artist roster for PWL or the Stock Aitken and Waterman production trio. So I think Sonia came in the later part of PWL, really, but I could be wrong. Yeah, and I remember I listened to a couple of Sonia singles and I thought they were really good tunes. I mean, PWL or Stock Aitken Waterman, they churned out some real bangers back in the day, right? But I think at the time when Sonia came along, I was a bit fatigued with that sound. I know it might sound weird to some people, but I really was. I wasn't really in that phase anymore. And it was way later that I picked up on more of the Sonia stuff and the later PWL stuff, really. Love Train, the Philly album, was recorded in 1998 by Sonia. And according to a source on the internet, it was pulled just before its official release. And another source stated that there was a single released from this album leading up to the actual album release, and that didn't perform very well at all. I don't know why, if that was the reason for them pulling the album, or another source states that Sonia wasn't really pleased with this recording. I really don't know what the truth is here, but the only thing that we know, it was pulled, it was shelved from back in 1998. And it took up until 2023 when Energize Records finally re-released this album. Or actually not re-released, they released this album because it was never released in the first place. So yeah, on this album we get to hear Sonia doing covers of the Philly sound, the songs from the Philadelphia International Records label. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with these ones, and yeah, she does a great work on this. And now we have the remix album. Yeah, so this one, a nice surprise. I knew it was going to be released on streaming services today, so you can catch it there, of course, but I actually forgot that I ordered the complete package, so to speak. So I pre-ordered both the CD and the album from Energize Records, and I talked about them here before, because I like to support our independent record labels and even independent record stores, of course. So yeah, but I thought that this one was going to turn up at the same time as the vinyl release, because that is released, I think, in January, actually. But they were kind enough to send it out to whoever ordered it, I assume, along with that vinyl packaging. So we get it for Christmas. Yes, we can play a lot of Sonia. And like I said before, I wasn't too keen on the original album. It wasn't really up my alley. I think she does a great work with these classics, and she has a great voice. But when Energize Records announced this one, the remix album of it, they also had it up on their website for a limited time now during November. So you could actually listen to all the tracks and make your mind up, really. And I was blown away from the first remix to the last one. It just kept going and going and kept getting even better and better. So I was like, yeah, I have to get it. It got my dance nerve moving, really. And yeah, I just loved every single track. And that's the beauty of some remixes, right? They can enhance the original track. So if you weren't too keen on the original, well, there just might be a remix out there that is just up your alley and something that you would like. And that's what happened with this one. So I'm really glad that this one dropped in the post today. But I will show you all when it arrives in the beginning of next year. And it's a beautiful vinyl. It's like splattered and all that. And most importantly, great remixes, yeah. But I also got another bonus with this CD today. Oh, it's a signed card from Sonia. Yeah, she released a video some time ago when she was sitting there signing all of these cards. And it's a nice gesture, I think. And I said this here before, I'm not really a collector of autographs, but if I get one, I won't complain at all. So I have to do something eventually, because I got a lot of these from different pre-orders I made over the years from different artists, signed postcards and things like that. I have to frame them all of them in one big frame. So I have it here on my wall just to admire. Yeah. So that was a really nice gesture. So yeah, a lot of records today, not only through a record store day. Yeah, that's great stuff. I love it. And what a great start to this weekend as well. Now I want to hear from you guys. Did you go to Record Store Day on this Black Friday? And if so, did you find anything interesting? I want to hear all about it, as usual, down in the comments. And that is also the end of this video for this Friday night. And I hope you really enjoyed it and feel a bit energized. I do, at least. I've been out crate digging and all of that, so it really gives me more energy. But what really gives us energy, in my opinion, here on our Friday nights is Danny from the Kids from Fame. And he's going to sing us off, as usual, here very shortly. But before that, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who are subscribing to my channel and giving comments and all of that. It really, really gives me a lot of energy as well. And you know what? If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that, giving it a like or something like that. It always boosts me and helps out a small channel like mine. And even the comments do that as well, because it boosts the algorithm here on YouTube, and we can just grow our community, really, because I really hope that you want to be part of this musical journey that I'm on. Yeah. So that was my shameless plug, really, for this Friday. Until next time, I hope you all take care of yourself. You stay cool. You keep playing that music. And before we let Danny sing us off here, I want to give you, as usual, a very heartfelt and special Black Friday adieu.
Movie rolls on, there ain't no more love scenes, the romance is gone. But it's a one-man show, it's moving real slow, but it's picking up speed as I'm turning the key. Coming up, coming up, coming up.